SOS. SOS. Woo. SOS. I got you, yeah. SOS. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, when we do that, see I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you, SOS. 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 See you, SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you, SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it. We get to it, yeah, we do it, yeah, I go up. We influence, yeah, see me moving, yeah, I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they ain't no dog, I'm big dog. Asking if it's still a flex, say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check, better pull up like woo. Come to place and I'm the best, I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest, stand on business, I'm too tall. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, when we do that, see I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you, SOS. SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot. Championship ring. Rank started from a mascot. Went to Rollies from a G-Shock. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetop. Went to image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fees not. In the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, when I do that, see I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you, SOS. SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you, SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. It's only 8 a.m. I don't do it for the gram. I know I'm on a man. I'm my 2020. Whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020. Reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Yeah, new Jeep, no doors with it. No, I won't stop now. Who you kidding? Kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. I'ma send it. I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Yeah, new Jeep, no doors with it. No, I won't stop now. Who you kidding? Kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. I'ma send it. I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Good morning all. Yes sir. Hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Let me make sure all systems go. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what we have going on for today. See if my other camera is working. It is. Let's go. All right. Today is Wednesday, middle of the week. See what the market wants to do today. And we take it from there. Start off with calendar. I do believe today's CPI day. It is indeed. So CPI day, big day, important day on the charts actually. They're expecting inflation numbers to come up a little bit higher here, which is gonna be stronger for the dollar. Could dump gold if we see that. If we look at Dixie right now, does it make sense for a bounce? It does. Not a bad zone, huh? Not at all. Not at all. So yeah, we very well could see that bounce. That would lead into gold. Also retracement. Gold is at a high point as well today. So we could easily see gold want to make some downside. Yeah, it's going to be interesting CPI to see. So basically how CPI will work today is if we see numbers come back as forecast, meaning 2.5, which is higher than the previous, we will see gold dump down a little and dollar gain a little bit of strength. Inflation going up means to hold interest rates higher for longer. This 2% area is a very sticky area in general. So I do expect it to range around this area for some time. Anything coming back lower, 2.2, 2.3, will be inherently bullish for the gold here and bearish for the dollar. We will see a slight move down. Now, like I did just show, we are at a bounce area for the Dixie, so definitely does make sense technical wise. And yeah, let's see what ends up happening from that. So that's the major news today. London is clean. We had Trump speaking at 12 a.m. He spoke about the reintroduction of tariffs, so we need to be careful of that as he's trying to get that passed by the court to push his tariffs again. Remember, he was banned, so that's trying to go through again. So we do have, you know, some threats, short-term threats in the market that can definitely impact price. So we need to watch what happens in these next coming days, to be honest, to see if that gets reintroduced and then we're back into like that tariff territory. So looking at price here, we'll start off with GJ. Daily time frame closing bearish, still from that daily resistance, still respecting the previous daily support here. 4-hour time frames closing doji bullish here. Not really the best close here. We have a 4-hour resistance above, which we're going to add. Pretty messy in terms of ranges. We have a support and resistance right next to each other and not a solid directional close. What I mean by that is nothing's telling us clear buys or clear sells. So essentially it is mixed bias today. If we look at the 1-hour time frame, we can see it's a little bit messy here, quite choppy price action. 30-minute same story and 15-minute same story as well. So today on GJ, it's probably not going to be the cleanest pair today, just from where the range is. We literally do not have any ranges here. Upside here, you're stuck with 4-hour resistance. To get from here to here is just not worth it for 6 pips. To fill this wick is possible, yes, but that's not until we start breaking these ranges up here. Then we have 16 pip wick fill. Towards the downside, it's just very, very choppy unless you look at a 1 hour, but then 1 hour is stuck with minimal range, working with 11 pips here on a 1 hour. So that's not good in terms of that. So GJ is actually a pair today where we want to kind of stay away from personally until we start breaking ranges. Not something I'm going to be heavily invested in looking for a position here, just based on it being simple. And this is a skill you guys need to learn, being able to identify when is the time not to trade. And part of being a trader is the ability to know when not to trade, because that's probably where you're going to lose. And this is a clear example, because if you have back, I mean, if you were trading one pair, let's say my main pair was GJ, this would be just a day where you take off, come back later, which sometimes could be nice. But in terms of price action right now, nothing really much you can do. There might be a nice clean move, but for us, we can't predict that at the moment because all the clean ranges have been taken up. This was a nice clean range down here that's been eaten up, and now we have choppiness. So not something you want to try tackle here and get messed up with. So we're going to see how price action forms. If it's able to create clean ranges for us, we can of course trade those, but until then we want to stick to gold and DAX probably here. So looking at gold here, on the other hand, ahead of CPI here, we are pushing up. Previous daily did close bearish here. Not the most bearish close, to be honest, telling us that sells make sense. We are in this very tight consolidation range now. We're starting to form some very, very tight consolidation in terms of no daily trend here. 4-hour time frame, beautiful close, to be honest, on a 4-hour time frame, like a breakout close. We have this previous 4-hour resistance, which we tapped yesterday and rejected pretty damn heavy off. So today we might want to revisit that before CPI. That might be a liquidity zone for potential CPI to continue down. So if we're looking at this close above here, yeah, it's a good close on the 4-hour. 1 hour has a resistance here as well. Let's mark that. And 30-minute. Okay, so we have that 1 hour. So buy is probably going to be above that 1 hour, but then we have the 30-minute there. We could look to break even by the 30 minutes. Not that, just 20 pips, not that bad. So that's one plan. Another plan would be, don't know how much I trust the sells, to be honest. I don't trust them too much with this 4-hour close. And this daily doesn't really make sense for sells. It's not telling me it's a clear selling signal. So honestly, this pullback here, I look more opportunity for buys. So potentially something like a retest to this zone here, or potentially a fake up back in the range and then to continue towards the upside, back above the 4-hour resistance would be something I look at. You know, so we let price action develop and then see how to tackle that. But that's kind of the plan. It's nothing too complex. Yes, you could technically take sells below here to get to here, but there's nothing convincing enough. No 1 hour break of structure, no 30-minute break of structure till we get down below here. It will only be a 15-minute break of structure. But the daily candle, does that really look telling me full sells make sense? No, we didn't even break daily structure. It's kind of like almost a doji, to be honest. And then all morning we've been creating nice trend towards the upside in terms of higher highs, higher lows. So I don't think we're ready just yet for sells. Not something I personally want to be jumping into straight away. If I see something otherwise, yeah, of course. But for now, no. Now let's have a look at DAX here. Last pair of the day. Looking at DAX. Starting on daily time frame, we're coming towards this daily support. Not towards, we have tapped this daily support. We're coming towards the second daily support. We're seeing obviously us leave the highs here. 4-hour time frame is going to be closing bearish as well, so full bearish bias today. A lot of supports and rejections here on lower time frames, I'm going to assume. See how that looks on 1 hour. Yeah, we start to build all of those. Here's one, here's another one down there. We can actually just clone this once we label it. 1S clone, and I wonder how messy it's gonna get on the 15. I hope not too messy on the 15, so we can have some ranges to trade. 30-minute, getting messy. 30-minute support here, one more down here. Yeah, whenever you see multiple wicks like that, you know it's gonna be messy. So you're kind of looking to trade these tight ranges here. 15. So we do unfortunately have to mark all of those, but there is range from here down if we want to break out. But the way we are broken structure towards the upside right now is interesting, to be honest. Very strong 30-minute close. I would like to see something get back below daily support before looking for sells. We could sell. This nice range is created to continue the sells. But I wonder, does price want to bounce here from daily support? Do we want to bounce? You know, is that it? Are we going to create liquidity and flip? This has been a prime buying zone, to be honest. A lot of the best buys have come from here. If you look at this, a lot of the best buys. So it's also interesting there. So we have to see how price action develops. But yeah, definitely sells is going to be below daily support. Anything before that, I think, is a problem. No bottom wick on 4-hour and broker can help the sell idea. Definitely. But I don't think I struggle to see it being a super smart idea to maybe sell below daily, before daily support. Depends how far we pull back right now, but I'd love a change of structure, would be great. 5 minutes, it doesn't look prime for selling. We have a lot of support here. Actually, to be honest, on 5 below here looks like an amazing option. Below here, 23,912. So if we start dumping heavy, I quite like the idea before below 23,912. Also gets back into this previous 15 range, I assume. Yeah, that's actually the best zone for selling. This would be your ideal sells here, because this is like break of 5 minute structure back inside the previous range. Great clean candles on the 21 pip range. So here we could look, this is like our early option. If this thing starts trending heavy, we just need to wait and see what happens. Maybe we start looking for those buys, counter bias, but we're not going to do that too early. We need to have good conviction. This is the first time we broke in structure since basically back here, you know. So we need to see how it ends up forming. DAX is rejecting strong level, might go bullish. It might, yes, it might, but maybe it wants to continue trending. Fundamentally, the tariffs could be the threat. I mean, that's probably why we started seeing the dump yesterday. Interestingly, we moved very late yesterday, so there was a beautiful move yesterday as I was reviewing the charts, but it was late. It was actually after the 4-hour close here, which is not usual to get a trade right after the 4-hour close. So this was a nice option here yesterday, which was basically this 5-minute close below the previous 15-minute support. So if you draw a line here like this, you'll see this 5-minute close below here. This was a beautiful trade, to be honest, and an amazing move indeed. But this is after the new 4-hour candle close, literally 5 minutes after the 4-hour candle close. What a dump, of course, it made. It can't be closed way too early though. Yeah, so I don't usually get trades after the 4-hour close, but that is a valid setup. So maybe we have to watch that into today, because we've been seeing earlier moves be inconsistent, but it still has moves. So today might have to extend my own personal trading session. And if I start to see this type of action, which means, what is this type of action? This is called trending action. You see price move in one direction, right? We are trending. If I see trending action as we're getting late into the session, I will consider sticking around and just putting some alerts and taking those trades, right? If not, then you just leave it. Otherwise, you're going to watch paint dry. But this might be a small adaptation we have to make to see if there will still be options or not. But we'll have to see. You know, best thing is not to sit here now. It's only 10 o'clock. You know, you have to sit here for 2 hours before that comes. So it's best to just trade our session as normal and set alerts on something like yesterday. It was very easy to set an alert. You have your support there. You just set an alert at that support and that's it. Sorry, here. I've seen FX and Owanda have different candle closures. Yeah, I only use Owanda for gold. Everything else I use FX. So yeah, that's the analysis for today, guys. Let's see what the market brings to us today. I'm going to be taking much more confidence-inducing setups myself here, just to make sure that I have the highest probability to win. And that's basically a small adjustment I'm going to make. So even though there might be some aggressive options that actually do play out, I'm not interested because of the chance that they don't. I rather take myself out of that situation because we have tried aggressive options since the beginning of the month and they really haven't been too good for me. So I don't want to keep doing that, even though those ones can start playing out again. Doesn't matter. I wanna make sure that I play it more safe, even though it means that I could miss some aggressive options that end up playing out. But I can't let that annoy me, because if they don't play out, it's gonna annoy me more. So that's a very important thing. Leave a like. Yes, if you enjoyed the analysis, leave a like. If everything is clear, leave a like on the stream. You know the drill. 300 of us in here, get the likes up to 150. I would appreciate it. Hate to say it, but part of the game. Do the YouTube business, guys. Do the YouTube business. Leave a like, all of that business. What's the best source to learn price action trading? I'm more interested in price action than ICT. That's a good start. You're going to value your testosterone. I think I'm a pretty good source. I have a lot of good resources, and I teach on stuff based on my experiences, not opinions. So it's definitely high quality stuff. So definitely check that out. I'm happy yesterday is over. Really dull NY session. Yeah, there's only like one shot on GJ. Gold is waiting for CPI. But this is how summer can be sometimes, though. I think all throughout the year you find, you know, sometimes good, sometimes bad. But summer especially, you can have... How summer works is you have extremely strong weeks. And then you get some weeks where it's a little bit quiet. That's how summer works. But people think summer is bad to trade. But the strong weeks in summer, holy crap. You get some of your best trades. What's your ethnicity? I'm British but born in Dubai. You deserve more than a like, Harry. Appreciate your time. Okay, then you can leave a subscribe. I appreciate that. See your plan. EU looking for sells below there. Nope. You see this? Why? Okay, my question to you, why not consider this? Like, whoa, how has that suddenly disappeared? You can see the obvious reaction from there. So no. Buys above. Yeah. Depends. This, yeah, better above the 4 hour. I agree with the buy plan. But this, then you have to watch this. Very difficult zone. But you have a wick that tapped it. So you could look, if you get a perfect close, you can fill this wick. If it rejects, you can manage. If not, you can get your trade to this zone. How young are you, brother? 20 what? I'm 16. Last week of May and June have not been that great. For me, they've been pretty good. They've been pretty good the last week of May. And I haven't been in the last week of June because last week of June we haven't reached yet, unless you're time traveling. $16, that's crazy. Bro, don't believe everything you hear online, bro. I'm not 16. Jesus. Bro is convinced. Started trading at 11? No, I started trading when I was 7. Morning, Harry. Birthday went well. Let's exercise patience and crush the markets. Yeah, it's pretty chill, man. 16 in robot years. Gold going to retest 33.16. Damn, your target is massive for a retest, bro. Shit. This is where you want the retest, 33.16. Man, if it goes retest 33.16, I'm taking a fat sell, bro. I'll be able to catch some nice sells. You know, you don't want to have that mindset where you're looking for price to come to a zone. Try trade from zone to zone. Imagine price comes to retest 33.16. You just missed out on all of this potential opportunity if it comes there. That's like 200 pips, man. 200 pips of potential opportunities to sell. You're looking gold sells? I'm not too convinced today on gold sells, just based off the daily close, even though we're mixed bias, but this doesn't tell me sell gold. So I need to see some conviction, you know? 1 hour changes of structure, 30-minute changes of structure, something that says, yeah, gold sells make total sense. Did you see this yesterday? You know, we were attempting sells here. And it went for that deeper liquidity grab and then played out the sells we wanted. But look how this doesn't give you entry. Actually here. Went to the 4 hour, then no. After stream, can I ask your opinion on NAS trade late NY? Sure, if you want, you can send it now. We're waiting. If you prefer after stream, then yeah. Do you try target previous daily high or low? Not all the time, no. I try target what the next target is. I wish this 1 hour resistance wasn't there, huh? Would have been very nice. Just get it above here. These days I've seen differences in broker to chart, so best to double check always. I mean, if we get a perfect close, we could try trade to that. I saw this, Steven, man. I was gonna type a message. I saw you put it in. I opened it this morning. Very, very cool, bro. Congrats, man. Congrats. Pretty sick, man. Pass funded. Let's see what you have to say. Pass funded. Thank you, Harry, for being a great mentor. We all got lucky that we picked the right mentor. I don't think it's luck. You put in the effort and you get the rewards. Very, very happy to see that, man. Very, very happy to see that. Congrats, brother. Now, the real fun starts, man. Yo, Harry, the reel you posted yesterday of manipulation happened because of news or something? Nah, you can't control that. Just sometimes charts spike and that spike can stop you out. You gonna send now or you send after stream, Joe? Computer being slow. Okay, now proper British. System says no. Computer says no. Well, if you won the trade, yeah, then let him go buy a new one. Oh, he didn't? That's even worse. What made you trade NASDAQ though? Did you run sims on that to learn how it moves? NAS has good clean setups, yes it does. But still, if you're in a position where it's not something that you've traded often, maybe not always best. Better than US 30? Yes. Not you, bro, I'm talking about him. Always. But we'll have a look at the trade. Maybe there's something. I have a feeling that we're getting 750 viewers and I'm the giveaway winner. Well, I hope so. And actually, I've given a discount. I've just put it to 700 viewers. So let's write that. Give away at 700 viewers. What you're giving away, I'll decide when we reach it, but definitely what's confirmed is Tradesharpe exclusive memberships, Pip Labs memberships, right? We have Pip Labs membership, and as well, probably a one-on-one as well. See. No close?
You had 30 close above, and then that 5 minute that I sent you did close above and broke it.
Oh, it did?
It did close above for me, yeah. And then the last minute, the last picture sends to 1 minute. It just reacted off that 1 minute resistance.
Yeah, 30 was above, double clean zone. Yeah, we can go see this actually. This one here, huh? Six. Damn, that's a nice close. Yeah, nothing much you can do with that.
What I wanted to ask you, mate, would the 1 minute resistance put you off there? Would you not take that?
No, because then you got the 15. That's what I was checking now. Now, if this 15 didn't close above, I say we have a problem. Better to take the 15-minute range, but it did. It did, you know?
That's what I thought. It's like, realistically, I'm just being a bit picky there if I don't take that due to the 1 minute. Because you just expect if the volume's there, it's going to push through. The only fact I was thinking was previously how it moved before I took it was maybe a factor of just not taking it because it was so choppy.
It was choppy, yeah. There was not much volume here.
Yeah.
I mean, that is definitely a factor. I think if you look at NAS, every time it gets in choppy zone, it sucks, right? Look at this. It's actually almost 100% until something closes above all the wicks. Choppy, 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 pull back. Choppy, look, until you get the, like a big breakout close. So if you, this is not really a big breakout close. So what I'd say in this scenario, whenever you have that choppy price action, for this to be able to win, you need a close that looks something like this, above everything. Once you get that close, I think that would be a catalyst to say it's okay to go. And really in NAS, if it's better to be part of the trends rather than the breakout consolidations, unless it's a good breakout consolidation. Because if we're looking at this, you can see, yeah. Literally, if you look at every single choppy thing, almost all of them have pulled back, right? Look at this, chop, pull back, chop, pull back, chop, pull back, chop, pull back. You see this? It's literally just repeating. Look, chop, pull back. So then let's see if it gives a big close. Like that's your big close, and is there continuation after? No structure, it's not a trade, but okay, now you have something there. Yeah, that's a trade. Like that's even better to take something like this. You know? Break even there. Basically gave the 1-to-1. Then what happened? Retest entry. Then what? Then rejects that resistance or creates support.
TUS30 gave a similar trade on the 15 a bit later on as well, like New London close sort of time.
Yeah, even this is like a better trade. Let the big breakout come and then catch part of the trend, you know?
Yeah.
You're wrong very quick here, you know? But this is not bad, but if you had the same close that we had here again, this would be better. I would like that.
Yeah. That's all right.
In case you wanted to take the first trade, would you wait for the 1 minute to close it though?
No, I just wait for like a big 5. Something to get out of those wicks. Do you trade personal account? Do you mind sharing of your plan how to grow and compound it? Yeah, I'm looking to fund it just to see and run that. It's very popular, and I believe as my standpoint as someone who gives education in the industry, it's kind of not only mandatory for me to understand it full inside out, as well as to show how it's done. I think that is going to be a standard that I need to achieve. So that is something I'm doing. I'm doing it a little bit of an orthodox style, the way I'm going to do it, which is I discussed with the guys in the group how I'm going to do it. I don't want to publicize that on YouTube, but that is one way. So I guess that will add. The second thing is that's not a main thing, but actually I'm looking into private equity, which is a lot more rewarding for a lot less work. Essentially, it's more stress because you're managing private funds, but it's better like that. And then just general scaling of my own risk, which is obviously a constant battle you have as a trader, which is upgrading your risk, you know. So you scale like that. You don't really need to scale capital in your account, you know. When you're gonna buy, I need to now focus on my own trading though, because if I start juggling both, I don't want to get messed up, because one will pay me, one won't, right? If you just buy a challenge, then you're not going to be paid from that. It's just a challenge. If you time it well, it should be very easy to pass. You know that, right? You can, if you time a challenge well, you can pass them very quick, because if you just get in a period where, let's do an obvious example. An obvious example is when what's this called? When DAX was breaking all-time highs, right? That's an obvious period to go and like full margin, not full margin, but you know, to go and push a prop firm challenge, because in that time you can just go heavier risk and you get easy opportunities, you know. But that's not reality as a trader. That's just trying to pass a challenge. Like I'll give you an example of timing. I think I'm gonna make an Instagram post about this, but one position, I don't know if you guys can see this, but here's one position I took in an ETF. See if I can show. I screenshot it today to make a post. Can you guys see the percentage return there? Does it show on YouTube? See how much that says? 27.30% return. That's almost two prop firm challenge passed, no leverage, right? 30%, 15%, phase 1, phase 2. So 30% total. This is huge return, 30% obviously, and that's because of timing. That's only a timing thing. So the same thing kind of works in challenges, guys. It's a matter of timing as well, because I timed this correctly, and with this timing, now I'm up 30% on that position. Now that's insane. That the amount of time actually that I've returned 30% in that is actually outperformed my trading in that same time period, because I opened that position in April, and now we're in beginning of June. So it's 2 months, 30%. It's 15% a month. So that's outperformed my own personal trading, but that's because of timing. So long term, it will not outperform my trading. That's what's crazy, because what will happen is you have that initial push and then maybe it pulls back. So you have negative months and stuff like that. So the same thing works in your own trading, is that you'll have months where you perform very well because it's good timing, and there's months where it doesn't, but long term you're on an uptrend. And this is very, very, very important. I think a lot of people don't understand. And you need to treat markets like this. This is how you actually make markets, how you actually make money in the market. Buyers with sells below here, I'd move it down to this previous one here. You want to clear all of these wicks, just like what we talked about on NAS, same type of scenario. If this keeps pulling back, you can look for sells from the top down. But otherwise it's fine, and then more sells will be below the 1 hour support. But yeah, just move this a little bit more down. Kind of want to be below those wicks. All good, man. Geopolitics are quite... I can't speak. Geopolitics are quite blurry these days, and price likes to accumulate more than usual before moving one direction. That's why we're seeing choppiness. Yeah. Well, we've finished all of our trend. Beginning of year trend has finished on almost everything. GJ's been ranging the whole year, but our gold has cooled down from the beginning of year trend. We were in a very easy uptrend here. DAX is... sorry, that's DAX. DAX same thing as well. Both same. Gold very easy uptrend, and DAX as well has been in a very easy uptrend, and now we're cooling off. So every asset that we were trading since the beginning of the year is now going through that transition period. And those transition periods can be slightly rough sometimes because they have days where they move between the ranges, but days where they actually just range. Compared to before, beginning of the year, January, February, March, we get very heavy trending moves, and you can see there'll be mostly buy options. If we go to January, start from January here, and we go and see the positions here, it's mostly buy, some sells of course, but a lot of buy in the trending moves here. Minimum losses, you're trading something trending, so the search for the trending markets. Is there a prop firm you recommend? I'm not affiliated with any, but the tried and tested one that I see perform well is FTMO. I wonder what gold wants to do today. It's actually looking pretty dead for now. The sells look super tempting below here since we've rejected it. So the second time we're getting below, why would it want to get below again? So maybe we have to look to consider those sells. But just be aggressive with management so we don't get stuck in what happened like yesterday, where it just wants to shoot up. But what's different about this is we've already tested it. Now we're coming back. And if we were to get a 15-minute close below, I feel that would be enough. Because we have good range. Like 26 pips stop, 34 pips just to the 15, and then of course more. And what is even that 15, man? I don't know where the hell I drew that. Some stupid level from God knows when. Don't know what that is. Put this previous one out. I wish this was clean here. We could take a nice buy above these highs. That would be sick if we had something like that. And then this was all clean candles here. You take an easy buy to this 1 hour resistance. Harry, how are you? I'm good, thanks, man. In your early days, what was the hardest thing you had to deal with in your journey to become profitable? Hesitation, by easily hesitation. It's the hardest thing I had to deal with was I hesitate out of the good positions and take the bad positions. Would happen to me all the freaking time. All the time. You know? Hesitate out of the good positions that I actually plan and then take the bad positions because I need to get into a trade. And I just kept making that mistakes all the time, man. Kept doing it again and again and again. Funding pips, DAX has 6 pips spread. It's pretty nuts. How did you overcome hesitation? Hesitation is a lack of confidence. So you're not confident because you've been beaten up by the market. So you need to build confidence. So what extremely helped me with hesitation was actually backtesting and seeing things repeat again and again and actually win. So really, I'm being honest, backtesting was a massive thing. I have endless amounts of spreadsheets with backtesting journals on them. And it is actually what led us to make a backtesting software as a project of mine. And it's how Pip Labs was born, because of how useful of a tool it was. So that's why I always tell you it's a passion-based project, Pip Labs, and that's exactly why. So just seeing things repeat, building confidence. So once I backtested and saw the scenario happen again and again and again and again, right, I started to take them live, and when I take it live, it ended up working. Where did you use to backtest? I used to backtest on MetaTrader 4. It used to be called Soft4FX. It's the OG platform. It was a nightmare to set up. You had to, every line you put, you had to duplicate onto the second time frame. You had to download it, install it, all of this stuff. Yeah, you had to load the chart every single time. But that was the go-to platform back then. So, I mean, now backtesting technology, like the stuff we have, is like so much cleaner than how it was. Like just the fact to have it on a browser already is like super useful. Like I remember, man, I remember how it was. Like just to have it load this fast, man, you had to download each data. Do you remember that, Joe? For each pair, you had to download all of the data that you had to use. So now that we have it like this is pretty sick. But it's what made me start this project. So I haven't seen anyone become profitable without some form of simulation or backtesting, actually. That is one thing I've noticed. Or the only people I have seen become profitable without simulation or backtesting are people who have been trading for like 8 years, you know. But for people to become profitable in 1-2 years, that's how it is. Pip Lads, yeah, that's the British version, our British website. Creation of a system. You don't create a system. Most ideas that there's only specific ways we can trade the market as retail. You take those ideas and you put it together, and then you create and you test what works for you. Very important to test what works for you. Harry, we need mods in the public server. Why? What's happening in public server? People yapping in public server? Let's see what the latest gossip is. Feel free to remove me. Uh-oh. What is happening? Someone can... Jim was seeing it? What was happening? It's a public server. Just don't... Why even... Oh, still we're getting yapping in it. It's a public server. Why are you even discussing it? Just ignore. Damn. Doesn't affect you. Too many requests in your name every day? Yeah, but you know it's not me, right? FTMO not available in US? Yeah, it's not actually. I think if you're in US, best to just use a futures prop firm. You can trade gold on it. I think you can trade DAX these days. Do futures have spread? No, they don't actually. They don't have spread. Only in exclusive we can start fighting. Volume coming? Yes. I want the close below here. There's no other way I'm gonna enter unless I see a close below here. Like, this was not a setup for me. 4-hour resistance right there. This is the setup. 7 minutes is quite some time though. So what would have to happen is you'd need this 5 minute to close below. Next one, either it closes slightly deeper, and then we see the next one kind of close bullish, giving you like a thunderstorm. Or in the next 2 minutes, this 5 minute actually comes back inside the range. That's the other option. Like this, what it's doing right now is not bad. Chill, Harry. Chill on what, brother? What's your thoughts on AI trading? I don't really think it's there yet to do anything sufficient. I'll use my power and block everyone. Damn, now we're organizing another fight? Shit. Here we go. Is Tradingview better for backtesting? Not at all, no. I want to fight at Coliseum. Damn, bro's going crazy, huh? Today I'm going to win $500 or lose $500. That's good, man. You have risk managed then, right? You know exactly what's gonna happen. I was really hoping it'd survive 4 minutes. What's our range looking like now though? 38. We have range, but I want some sort of 5-minute structure at this point. Would be better. Just so we don't get caught in nasty pullbacks. Do you play blackjack? Not blackjack. Some dude from public server trying to sell me his 1 to 10 RR strategy, win every time. On Binance as well. It's the problem, man. They have normal names, so you don't know who it is, right? Stupid idiots, man. Lopez George. This guy. He joined. He's been a member since 4 months ago. Damn. It's a shame he's being like this. He's only sent one message in the group. Ban. Bye bye. You mind sharing your opinion on BCS? Yeah, we'll do it after the session. Just remind me. What's your average RR? 1 to 100 maybe? 1 to 25 minimum. No, it was pulling back the last 2 minutes. That's disgusting. I think it made a top wick on 5 and then flipped. Oh, not even. I thought it was making a top wick. A little bit disgusting. I don't see any other way to enter though. 30-minute rejected this resistance. 1 hour possibly, but you're entering break of low. Wick fill is not valid because you're also looking for buys at the moment. Yeah, that was the option that we wanted, a 15 close below. How's DAX been forming? Slowly making its way towards the upside here. What's your plans for CPI news today? Today I'm going to gamble CPI news. Full margin. Go big or go home. No, I'm joking. GU being disgusting as well? Yeah, probably means it's the dollar. Yeah, that was pretty disgusting on GU as well. Should be the dollar then. Yeah. Blame the dollar, guys. Blame the dollars. You think 15-minute bullish close then below previous? Yeah, that would work. UJ option just wanted 5 structure. Let's see. I'm joking. Go big or go again. That's it. Let me see this. UJ be moving clean, huh, guys? Giving setups. Every day I've seen a setup now. Yeah, I can agree with UJ because your stop loss is going to go below the 5-minute structure. So it doesn't mean that you need 5-minute structure. But I don't like these wicks. So I would prefer something a little bit higher than, you know, to break the wick here. But it's not crazy. Let's see how 1 hour looks. Yeah. Especially with 1 hour bearish. Yeah. Man, like I said, GJ is dead, bro. The wicks would have put me off, yes. I wonder what would happen if you just took the position like this. So the next candle opens up, doesn't reach the previous 1 hour. Retest the zone that I wanted my original entry from. I wonder, could you just take it like that, 28 pip stop loss, sell the minute it taps that zone, and then hold it. Obviously not something I tested, so I can't take it, but just what's running in my head. Fun to see. How's my camera died? It's almost virtually impossible for my camera to die. I think the battery is completely screwed, man. Completely screwed. Now all my systems are gonna be messed up. Damn, there we go. Doesn't make sense, man. I charged this almost overnight, man. Doesn't make sense. Some days your camera runs until after stream and longer. Sometimes it dies after now. That's my exact point, man. That's my exact point. Battery capacity dies over years. Yeah, I've actually never changed the battery on the camera, so I kind of, you know, it's not that bad. If you turn your camera to your right a little, you will see me more out the window. You can see this, brother. There you go. And this camera is too dark on here. Gold retrace everything? It did, man. That's the scary thing of no structure. Put a buy stop on the last high on D. Yeah, man, this is not the way I trade. So I can't comment on that, man. We want to keep things the way we trade so everyone's aligned, bro. Would appreciate that. Otherwise, it's just useless. No one knows what's going on. Fat giveaway? We're giving away fat? I don't think that's the nicest thing. Nice no bottom, no top wick though. I do like that. 5-minute structure would be nice here. It would give much higher probabilities. I wonder if today we can counter bias. We have this previous 15, that's your next target. I think there's a 5-minute sooner. I wonder if it's an option to trade from something closing above here to get to here and see what happens. Happy to share. Bro is ready, huh? What's this? Very good. I was trading with an older guy and he opened 2 different accounts, one for me and one his, and fully trust me with that account. All personal money is crazy. Third of profit, never loss. This is your trading, your old charts? Holy crap, man. That's crazy, your old charts. What even platform is this, bro? What platform is this? Stock charts? Oh yeah, I can see here. I'm stupid. DAX has decent close above previous 30. Yeah, but if you base it on 30, no range. No range. Look. $53 stop. Not even to here gives you 1-to-1. I was blowing money like crazy. I thought it was a map from the middle of the earth. Are you using personal account? Yes, I am using personal account. It's actually interesting. I think these days there are less personal account traders. How did I get funds from personal account? From crypto. Very easy. Remember, I started in crypto. Have you seen Andrew's take Bugatti in Dubai? I think I have, yes. Forgot where. Why did you leave crypto or you did not? I did not. I was an investor in crypto, not a trader. I did trade crypto. I made good money from trading, but that's when it was pure trending. But I have more consistency in Forex because I started to lose a lot as well as soon as it ranged. Because there's no sessions in crypto. So I just swing trade crypto basically. I mean, you can call it investing, but it's a form of swing trading. How many years ago swing traded crypto? Till today. Till today I still swinging in and out of it. I'm still holding Bitcoin. I have a small position on ETH. But Ethereum looks pretty dead, but it was some nice buying opportunities, that's why. I posted something interesting in general chat. Can some of you guys programming checking out? I don't understand code, but he put his entire code for reprogramming ChatGPT to trade in the comments below his video. Fascinating stuff. Hopefully it's not a hack. Harry, why don't you raise your personal up to 200k so that you can start risking 2k? Because on a personal account you don't need to risk 1%. That's for funded. You can risk what you want. As long as you have margin. That's all we need is margin. So you could literally, right now I can risk 2k, no problem. It doesn't matter, because of, it doesn't matter because of, what's this called? Because of your balance. And also, why do you want that much money into a broker? You never know what will happen. Try keep as little as possible and just use their leverage. Screw it. You're both ways. If you lose, you're going to lose the same amount, right? It's not going to change. What's your leverage? They give me 1 to 500. But I've put it lower because I don't need that much leverage. But I can use that much. Is it possible to deposit 10k and risk 1k per trade? Yeah, if you really wanted to, it is. But just realize, can you handle your account swinging like that? Because it's the same. Okay, tell me what the difference is between, except for psychological aspect. Right? In terms of psychological aspect, what's the difference between depositing 100k and risking 1k and depositing 10k and risking 1k? You both lose and make the same money. It's only a psychological aspect. Because you lose 2-3 trades, you're down, you know? You lose 5 trades, you're down 5k. So that also will affect leverage if you get down 5k. So I don't know, like, you know, if you lose 2-3 trades, I don't know how to let me calculate. I mean, 1 to 500. Let's see. Let's say you lose 3k, you're down to 7,000 times 500. You could max you can open is a yeah, shit, you have a lot of actually you have a lot of here. So you could still open, like, yeah, you can open a lot. That's stupid, man. Yeah, you're still fine. You have 3.5 million of buying power. Keeping lots of money on your broker makes sense in some cases if you trade with EAs. That's a faulted EA that long term can end up messing you up, because if you need money for margin because your EA is martingaling and you're going into drawdown, you're playing with fire, bro. You're playing with fire. It normally ends in tears, that type of stuff. Yeah, you can get out of it from heavy drawdown, but normally it's not the best idea. Do you use rice pudding? You mean cream of rice? Yes, I've ran that for a while actually. Then in my bulk I got sick of it because it's pretty heavy. Yeah, it's pretty good. But you know, I was doing it in my bulk. I was having like 150 cream of rice dry. That's like 150 dry rice. It's a lot. Oh, you better switch from oats, man. Never have oats. I mean, you can have oats pre-workout, but damn, that's hard on the digestive system. Why eat dry rice? No, you measure it dry. I don't measure my food cooked, I measure it dry. You buy cream of rice, you make it yourself. I buy it because I tried to make it myself, but it turns into powder. Right, it turns into powder. So when you buy it, they have a nice consistency. I'd recommend trying to get rice and grinds. Rice and grinds is good. Yes. See if they're in your country. They should be. $150 dry rice, you eat that in one meal or full day? One meal. One meal. That was before when I was bulking. So what happened here? Didn't make much of a difference. Initiating and went TP, same candle. Stops move here. Where was original? Yeah, I prefer instead you keep original stop, and then if something closes below here, you have the option to manage. That's what I prefer you do. Should happen in Asian. How did Asian go, guys? Who's sending plans? Nice to see you guys still sending plans. Very good. Remember, if you have any questions on the plans, please do let me know. Please do let me know. Good job for sending it. Look at what happened to gold, huh? Retraced the move completely. I don't think, let's say we even got a close below. I don't think you even get the 1-to-1 there. DAX pulled back as well. We'll try a whoop for a month, by the way. Curious to see, I'll get some more insight. Yeah, it's great. My friends use it. The only reason I don't use it is it doesn't tell you the time and you can't see your steps. You have to keep opening the app. But for me, time is important. I wear a Fitbit and use the Fitbit to check time. I don't always like to carry my phone around in my pocket. For me, I'm definitely, I don't carry my phone in my pocket everywhere I go. If I'm around going inside, outside, you know. So ideally with a whoop, you wear it on your opposite hand and then have another, you know, watch. Exactly, yeah. But you know, it feels a bit, I don't know. What's a normal watch you can wear every day, you know? Some sort of Casio, but I don't want a metal watch. I want something like with a soft band, so it gets all complicated. When you're starting NY today, yeah, RM is a soft band as well. Light, you won't feel it. So probably, yeah, RM is a good choice, guys. Probably have to cop the RM. Markets look super slow. They are. You can just see nothing. Like we've been in the same spot. Like we've just come back to the same spot this morning. Casio G-Shocks. Yeah, I used to have this watch. It's called a Sunto Core. Very, very good watch. But I don't know if I want these type of watches. I don't like the look, you know, like to walk around with two bands, one on one hand, one on another hand. But this was an amazing watch. These ones here. Indestructible watch. But I managed to break it as well, yes. These are very cool. Tell you biometric pressure, stuff like that, temperature. It is a military watch. It's used by special forces. That's why I liked it. I can't believe they haven't changed it, huh? Is there holidays somewhere? I don't know why the market's so slow. It is slow today, man. It's not a holiday. Everything is working as normal. We're just seeing some very slow movement. Well, we know GJ from this morning was going to be cooked, so I'm not surprised. DAX had some options. Gold is probably waiting for CPI. Yeah, someone was asking what time I start NY. Probably after CPI. So 4:30 Dubai time. I sold my IT company to Sunto. We made internet applications for them. That's amazing, bro. That's cool. Didn't know that. Well, obviously I didn't. But that's very cool, bro. Hey, yes, it's a soft holiday in Germany. Uh-oh. Where is the reaction? Do you watch CS Major? Yes, I'm watching some of it. Yes, it's late for me. You know, the time it's late for me. The times that the matches. So I just watch some of the stuff. Now this should be, but the problem is my team got eliminated, so I'm pretty upset. I don't really care too much, but now we start to get into some interesting matches, right? Start to get Spirit playing and Vitality playing. But some of these tier 2 teams, like the teams that have come into the major, I've been playing insane, huh? I'm very impressed. Who are you rooting for? Well, normally, Falcons. But then I lost everything in the construction business, so went back to zero. Yes, life is like that, man. Very up and down, you know. Money comes and goes. It's always tough. It's always tough. I don't think there's been a time, you know, and I'm not someone very experienced, where you've had kind of like stability. It's always needing to do something more, pushing yourself somewhere else. But yeah, anyways, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, keeping it interesting while we wait. Unfortunately, charts are not moving just yet, but the best we can do is wait here. Leave a like on the stream, guys. Leave a like on the stream. Get the likes up to 200. I would appreciate it. My goal is to get the stream to 1,000. We really need to push for that. We need to get things moving. So let's go. I saw a loss in your journal yesterday. How did it happen? I made a mistake. I took an aggressive position I should have not have taken. That was a mistake. How can I punish myself when I break my trading plan? Yeah, let me think what I did when I break my trading plan. How did I punish myself? I didn't really punish myself. I was more annoyed. Go for a smoke. That's a reward. How's your new car going? It's amazing, man. It's in service right now. Should be out, I hope, you know, inshallah next week. And yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. So we'll get it back and then I can drive it again. It's actually, I haven't driven it for about 2.5 weeks because we had public holidays here. Garage was closed for a whole week. I didn't want to drive it past its service date because they can void warranty because of that. It's how it, you know, with these type of cars, they're very, very nitpicky. Already in service because of it's a year old, right? Because they stopped making the GT3 in 2024. They stopped making the GT3. Now the 992.2 has come out. So it's the new facelift model of the GT3. My GT3 is the last GT3 with the analog screen on it, with the without the facelift. So you have to service those cars once a year by, it's like a rule. Even if the car only has like barely any kilometers on it, even though it reaches a year, you have to service it. Have you smoked and drinked? Actually, many times I've lost friends not being able to make a connection. I don't drink and I can't give them company. You don't have to drink to have fun. If you organize, like let's say they just socially drink, sit around a table and drink. Remember, it's okay to change friends, man. That's not really been my type. Let's say they're going out clubbing or they're going out to have a party. That's different because you're going there to have fun with a group of friends. You laugh together, chat together. You don't have to drink to have fun there. I go out and I don't drink. And it's pretty easy for me. First of all, because I'm driving, so it's illegal anyways. And my friends drink and I still am able to have fun because you're a fun guy yourself. So you remember, it's not always on them. It's sometimes on you. If you're going out to enjoy time with friends and to have a good time out, then you don't need to five and drive. You know, I say you don't need to drink. You know. But let's say at night they just sit around a table drinking. Yeah, you're not gonna sit with them all the time. But you know, when they start to get tipsy, just excuse yourself. If you don't enjoy their company, yeah, you lose friends. It's completely normal to lose friends. I've lost a lot of friends. You know. What was your alternative if you didn't buy the GT3? I've always loved a GT3, man. Truth, my advice, if you're a young guy, no drinking, no smoking, no drugs, yes, for sure. I definitely think it's, but that doesn't mean you can't go out and have a good time with your friends. I think that is very, it's a sociable thing to do, and it's something that you will regret you didn't do. You have to remember, you have two choices right now if you're someone young. You either live it up in your 20s and start chasing your lifestyle in your 30s, or you lock in hard in your 20s and by your 30s you have more opportunity. Now let me tell you one thing. I'm the guy who's locked it in my 20s but sacrificed a lot to lock stuff in. I've sacrificed a lot, I've given up a lot of experiences to build something that I'm happy with. Has it truly satisfied me? It's made me proud to achieve something that I put my head to, and that's very much how I operate. Is when I want to achieve something, I go ahead and do it. But in saying that, I have realized that I do enjoy having freedom, which I have an option to do that, but I have a mindset that is quite toxic, which is I always need to do better, and being able to go have fun takes me away from that. So you need to get to a stage where you are comfortable but still allow yourself to enjoy, because you can't just spend your life sacrificing everything. Even if you're not where you want to be, find enjoyment in enjoying where you are at the moment and improving while still having time to do things that you've always wanted to do. That necessarily doesn't mean you need to be a multi-millionaire and have 10 supercars parked outside your house, because as much as maybe you want to push for that, it's not the answer that will truly make you happy. Something as simple as having a very, very good relationship, a very tight family, like you can go in different stages. Enjoying going out with different people, could be friends, could be a partner, could eventually lead into a wife. That wife you then build a family with, you build a strong family to where you have done enough to, yeah, you're not maybe a multi-millionaire, but you're in a position where you have enough to raise the family in a luxury lifestyle. And that's enough. But if you keep sacrificing, you're going to push that all away, and then you realize, fuck, I've worked so hard to have a certain lifestyle that was very hard to achieve. Yes, I've achieved it, but I've missed so much. And I regret that. And the worst thing is to have regret. You understand? And then you wish you would have done these things, but you could have. And that's the thing. You could have. That's the massive difference. Because right now, you could take a holiday if you worked hard enough. You could do this. This is normal, guys, for DAX, by the way, to on the open like this, pushing up. Let's just see how it calms down. It could flip here. See how gold did on the open? Nothing. We did create a resistance, but we want to get back below the support for sells. That would be actually quite nice position, actually. So 15 minutes, 1 hour close with a wick fill potential. 30-minute closed, very bad for sells. So we do need that extra 15-minute confirmation. Otherwise, I'm uncomfortable. You know? Otherwise, I'm uncomfortable and I'm looking for, I feel like it's going to be a little bit more difficult to have higher probabilities, because we could retest somewhere into here, reject, and once we reject, we start moving towards the upside and you get stopped out. You know? If it's normal that DAX pushes at open, why not capitalize on it? Because it's pretty random. It's like you either in the position before, but to get in right on the open, you will be slipped. Sometimes DAX likes to liquidity grab. So you see today it's moved up, but sometimes it likes to move up and then reject and go down towards the downside. And you actually get in big trouble like that sometimes. It's kind of like trading news, you know? Be gambling, not trading. I'm sure, like, I've done research on US30 to see if there's a way to trade the open, and I found a way, but the problem is you have to count slippage, you have to account and the liquidity grabs can be nasty, you know, because what I've seen happen before is you could have a buy stop, let's say here, ready to take a buy stop, price triggers the buy stop, liquidity grabs to here, then goes, you get stopped out, and then it ends up playing in your direction. It's a very annoying situation to be in. especially if spread triggers you early. Because remember, brokers are not going to be as accurate as we want them to be. Check your spread on DAX. Hopefully it's okay these days. Yeah, it's perfect. My spread. I have 0.5 points, which is 50. You had bullish bias too on what? On DAX. Oh, on NASDAQ. Okay. So we retested this resistance up here. We're just pushing back a little bit from that right now. We're gonna see how that ends up forming. Can you hedge the open? I've not experimented with it, so. Mirko, what do you think in this scenario here, right? Retest to daily open might be interesting. I wonder how it works in these scenarios where it's far away from structure. Yeah, the open line.
It seems to be coming back.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be interested to watch, see what happens there. Because in this scenario, we've tapped the target, right? So we tapped the target, it seems to be coming back, but it's very normal for DAX to come back after the open, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna chase Antonio today to finish that open line. And then we can start on that. The best thing to do is, if you're gonna test that, is to put conditions, right? So the conditions you need to check is, has it reached the target before coming back to the open line? Is the open line around any structural points? And the last thing you need to check is what time. That's mostly important.
I know
Only
like I want to run more than one. I also want to try with different like stop losses. Like I want to run the same window, but with like, let's say 20 stop loss and like 20 go, something like this.
Yeah, could be cool, man. Mirko, new 100 weight Winrate strat. Just a pattern he's noticed, and I've even started to notice it more that he's pointed it out, so we want to test it. It seems pretty cool. Wow, such random move on DAX, huh? But open price is different on brokers. Better to keep it close price of previous day. It's true, but we experiment based on this line here. A pattern on opens. Yes, it's a pattern on open price. Is this germ? Yes, it is. Wow, gold is actually dead, huh? Look, it's stuck. It's actually stuck. I wonder what GJ is doing in this scenario. Same range. Remember what I said about being careful about these sells, like it break the low and then start to come up? That's exactly why. I can assure you a lot of people would have just taken these sells, break of low, and now they're cooked. I wonder if continuation plays are going to make sense. 5-minute closing bearish, 5-minute closing above, continuation play. It will be valid counter trend buy because it's a break of definitely second structure by far. Structure looks like it wants to be made on 5. We will see in 2 minutes, but it's looking good so far. So possibly something valid here. Possibly something valid here for buys. So we're going to keep an eye on this now. German means DAX 40, yes. Was going keta pre-session every day. Jesus Christ. Going mad. How to download Forex app in Android. Jesus Christ. Your responses to some of these comments always gives me a smile. I'm astonished at some of these, man. Just can't make it up, man. You have to leave? Oh, cheers, Thomas. Thanks, man. Gold dumping. Let's have a look at gold. Potentially. How long till the close? 4 minutes. So let's see in 4 minutes. Close below here is valid. It is valid. Unless gold wants to be nasty. Same thing with DAX though. Close above in 3 minutes is also valid. So which one do I pick? Honestly, I feel like DAX is better. Seeing more volume than gold on DAX right now. $35 points is not the best though, huh? Pretty big. DAX is counter trend too. It is also counter trend, but we have a lot more. We have a lot more volume here, so I can trust it at least to get me into profitable. But the stop loss is pretty big, unless we run this 26 one. But we'll see 3 minutes here. A lot can change. Because gold is also not satisfying on the sells in terms of what the daily candle said. Just because it follows bias, if you look at gold daily candle, that doesn't tell you sell. That doesn't say, please sell me right now. Look at the 4 hour, doesn't tell you please sell. Beautiful break of structure. So realistically, gold as well is not the easiest sell here. As much as I also don't like DAX being counter bias as well, but I think it has to be an option. It does follow rules. It will be the 15-minute close as well. You'll have a 15-minute close above. It's just going to be a matter of, do we get the volume? But we could manage pretty aggressively on this type of position because if DAX doesn't push with volume, it's high chance it probably fails. Would you enter break of highest high? Depends where it close. Close somewhere here where my mouse is, makes sense. Close like just above here, try the wick fill with a good bottom wick, you know. We have this 1 minute structure here, so we probably could get away with this little bit tighter stop loss here. This one below the candle lows here, because we have this to protect us, previous 15-minute level to protect as well. We just need a good bottom wick would be great. And of course for the last 45 seconds not to just fly to the moon. Wow, 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 wow. Last 2 seconds, huh? Wow, that's interesting, man. That's very interesting. How did gold close? Wow, gold is valid, huh? Close below. Man, now I'm tempted for gold. Beautiful top wick on gold. What does the range look like here? 30 pips for 29 to here. Break even is 20 pips away. So 1-to-1, huh? Don't know how much I trust gold. Beautiful top wick though. Yeah, we're gonna keep, let's see how this forms here, this top wick, and now coming to break this low could be an option. I just don't like the size of the stop loss. I want a tighter stop loss because I want to be out by here, because that's the support. That's the support. Like a 20 pip stop here would be great, current candle, but that's above no 5-minute structure or anything.
You look
I'm gonna just,
well, it's right at,
is it
previous 15.
Yeah, let me draw a line on broker.
You draw a line, it's right out.
Yeah, on broker. Yeah. That's not valid then. Right out on broker, yep. That's a shame actually.
But you can see the 5-minute, it's not closed below either on broker as well.
Yeah, only on this. I wonder on the other chart here. Yeah, here it's fine, but it's just... This is my special analysis. You like it? We need a lot of this right now. My special analysis for today. Thank you, thank you. As Harry would say to you too. The fuck, the lobster attacking the sun. It's going to the sun to get cooked so we can eat it, bro. We're getting cooked lobster, bro. I created the algorithm, I'm crying. You don't understand? The lobster is going to the sun to get cooked so we can eat the lobster. You understand? See? Going to the sun to get cooked. This is very important, right? We don't want price to be a hoe. So anti-hoe satellite at current price. Where current price is, it's making sure it's not being a hoe. And this is, if we come down here, you're broke. So that's why it's called the broke zone. Can we use this today, please? Alright, good. It's invalidated our trade anyways, so let's look at DAX. Closes about 44 seconds. Can we close above here? This would be amazing if we could right now. Get some volume and close above. We'll just be ready in case that happens. But we need volume, man. Where's the volume, DAX? Come on. 20 seconds. You closed below in the last 5 seconds. Can you close above this time? The 1 minute was very close. I doubt it's gonna close above on this candle, 7 seconds, but you never know with DAX. Last 2 seconds it closed below, but yeah, it's not looking like it. So closed below. So we wait for next candle and we see. But it's keeping us safe, which is always good to keep us safe. Yeah, the only thing I don't like is the 15 now close below. Would have been nice to have the 15 close above as well. But now we have multiple structure. If we get a good close, could be nice. Have you thought about replacing GJ? Yeah, but with what? Below previous 15, I think. Yeah, the 15 closed below previous 15. Oh, you mean for sells? Ah. Yeah, that would be the correct thing to do. But see, we've been trending up all morning, so then you fight that trend. Fighting trend these days has been very, very tough. Session trend. S1 on flip. Yeah, it would be an S1 on flip, yes. But again, watch this level. You can't ignore this level. Very close. Same thing I told you earlier on. So if it reacts off this level, you go break even. If not, then you try push through all these levels. So you need volume to push through. I wonder if these sells make sense. 31 points. We need a complete retracement. DAX does like to retrace. Yeah, I'm looking at it. It looks pretty interesting. We could just be aggressive if anything. Let's see the top wick here. I want to see a 1 minute structure myself. This is the same position we took on gold yesterday. No 15 close, right? No. Damn. Yeah, it opened pretty fast. Kind of open jump. The one thing that made me hesitate on this position was we closed right at key level. This is key level here. 24 flat. So I didn't like that. That's why I wanted to see structure. I would have moved to break even. Check the daily open, by the way, Mirko, now. Look at this. No top wick? Yeah, that of course. This is why I said waiting for top wick. But I was, regardless of top wick, I'm talking about the key level being there. What are key levels? Check, did you watch the key level video in WAP? If you have, then what's confusing about that? We'll discuss that now, bro. Where the hell did my position go? Not position, my... Yeah, this is what I wanted on gold. Go break even. You would have been out break even. I would have done the same. But that key level there as well. How big is stops here? 34. So your target is, wow, it's a pretty big target. Let's see if this would have hit. We need to use this as research, man. It's not really been too good these days, DAX. 100% break even, like your hard break even level, is this 15 minute. The second thing is this daily open here. I'm very interested to see what it does at this daily open line. And this is also counter bias as well. So there's a lot of things here actually. That's what I'd look for, Mirko, in that type of daily open. You'd have that 1 minute structure, then you run stop. I think if it is gonna react off this daily open, then that would be the move. So basically above there. Isn't the bias bearish? Exactly, it is bearish, yes. You played different? But how would you have played it here? You mean just to buy? But see, look how much accurate that is. Now you have a tight stop as well, you see? You get triggered there, your stop is 12. 1-to-1 is there. Because if you... I'll explain without YouTube. Okay. I mean, yeah, you could buy the open, but problem is stop, right? We're always trying to figure out stop. But let's even see if these work out. You would have been stop BE by now. Depends where you go BE. Your 100% hard BE would be here at this 15. That's like a very good place to go break even. You have the 15-minute close now. Yeah, look at this, see? That's then your 1-to-1 tapped. Then what? 12, 15. DAX is bearish bias. Yes, true. I'm still interested in a sell here, to be honest. Nice liquidity grab on the 5. Maybe this 1 minute close below is kind of what I'm looking at. That previous 15 has been wicked through. Yeah, we've been wicked through a couple of times. But it's just what you would use as a zone. But now I'm just watching this 24 level, not the 24 level, sorry, the daily open level we're respecting. More of this 1 minute structure is interesting me here. How it just keeps wicking. Last time I saw it wick like this, it ended up failing. This actually happened on gold 1 minute yesterday. If you remember gold, if you were watching the 1 minute on gold yesterday, this exact same thing happened. Wick, big candle. But the difference is we've had a big candle. So is it done? I don't know. So it's always good to see. We'll see in 20 seconds if the 1 minute can close below or not. Yeah, it did close below. See, it's an aggressive position again. This is the tough one, man. Ah, what a predicament, man. I said I would leave these. I said I would leave these until I see something solid, but if I was still taking break of this 1 minute low, that would be my entry. Stop above the 15, 23 point stop. We'll watch around 10 points here at this break-even zone and then get 23 points here at the bottom of this target. Nah, man, don't do it. I'm not, but that would be my aggressive entry. But I see, that's what I mean. The markets these days, end of session, are putting you into aggressive entry situations. So let's see if this one plays out. I'm not going to take it because they have not been working out for me. But I want to see. This would be the how I would have entered here. Breaking these lows down here. Like that. Probably, I don't know. Would have been slipped here? Probably. Maybe. And then, so this would be my entry here. Good. Get to this zone. Be mental break even around here. And then boom. Yeah, it's worked this time, of course. Not when we take it. And that's what you have to expect. But good to see them coming back. Your 1-to-1 would be 24. 24. So, to be honest, you could sit at break even right here. Managed to get in. Nice. Did it slip you on the way in or no? Yeah, like I said, I'm just watching the first one. I'm watching the first one. I can get plenty of these, but every aggressive position I've taken has failed so far. So I didn't want to take this, but it's valid. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's fake out because you take a break of low. But this is interesting now. Break even, I think it would have been. Watch. Yeah, no way you get such an accurate entry. This is probably out break even on this candle here. I go drink water, I miss it. Yeah, that's if you wanted to give yourself an aggressive option. Oh, maybe you survived that, actually. So let's play it out because we need to see if it hits TP or not. Yeah, but we can't be sure about slippage though, we don't know. We can't be sure about that, so let's just assume. Beautiful how the 1 minute candle closed below that 15. So that's your management point now. Anything closing above that 15, it probably comes back to that entry. That 15 line. That orange line I have on my screen. Anything closing above that, high chance it comes back to retest at least daily open. The 1 minute closing back? No, because you're basing this trade off break of 15-minute lows. The 1 minute close below is your confirmation that something can close below. It closing back in the range, it's fine because it's respecting key level and respecting structure. Yeah, so for me, this would have been a break-even position. So both ways, still not ready yet. The scary thing is, what if this pullback happened as soon as you got entered, right? Which happened to us yesterday. So, yeah, not the cleanest yet. Wow, gold is absolutely dead today. Yeah, this is what I was hoping yesterday. Time to go break even, right? I mean, this can still play out as long as it now respects this structure here. You need it to respect this structure. That would be where it's going to be wrong. But the way I would have managed this, because it's aggressive entry, aggressive management, and that normally protects me long term. But, you know, because I don't want to lose anything in this position. If you're managing above here, you're going to lose something, right? You're not going to be out break even. Gold probably waiting for CPI. Yeah, welcome back, brother. Yeah, so I think overall it's a good decision the way. So this is only way I would have took this was this and still break even on the 5, right? Yeah, if it gave us a bigger top wick, I would have done the same. But yeah, we would have been out break even because we were gonna go break even there. So actually every single entry today would have been a break even on DAX, no matter which way we took it. Every single entry. which is nice because we don't know today with slippage and how much we could save money right now. So it's very interesting. I've been trading for 4 years now. Past 2 months I've become profitable. I took my first big loss today in 2 months. I had my psych all good, but it's getting difficult again. You should never take a big loss. Your losses should be the same. You should account for a loss. So there's a leak in your trading strategy. Without knowing anything about you, I wouldn't be able to advise, of course, or tell you what is going on and how to fix that. I don't know how you trade, what you do. 2 months of profitability, unfortunately, to break it to you, is not going to mean that you're out of the blue, and you're still going to have to prove consistency month to month and stuff like that. It is going to be a part of the journey. But in terms of taking a big loss, you need to realize and reflect that a big loss should never happen. It should be a accounted loss, meaning that today I come into the market knowing my risk, knowing if I'm going to lose, this is how much I'm going to lose. If I win, this is how much I'm going to win. Well, maybe you could win more, but you never want to lose more. That's never an option unless unprecedented events like slippage, etc., 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 end up happening. That's something you can't avoid, you know? Guys, I'm going to call the session here. DAX would have been full break-even trade here. Wouldn't have made profit on that. There is an option to enter again, which is if this 5-minute candle closes bearish. The one thing that puts me off is this 24,000 level there. We seem to be hesitating. Gold has fallen asleep completely here. Just does nothing. We started this session at 9:30 a.m. If you check the clock here, 9:30, this is where the candle was. Where are we now? Here. In the past freaking 3 hours almost, we have done nothing. No trend, no continuation. One candle, reverse, and that's it. Nothing to do anything. So realistically, today is pretty slow. Probably waiting for CPI today, guys. So after CPI, if we've been bottling up volume, hopefully we have some nice explosion. And then we see what ends up happening, and hopefully we can get an option for the sells are still, the option is still valid. Stop loss will be a factor. And yeah, we take it from there. So I appreciate you guys all showing up. Hopefully you have a good rest of your days. And yeah, let's see how Thursday and Friday go. Hopefully we can cook it on the charts, get some great positions, wrap up the week strong. We still have a lot of trading days left to the month, so I'm looking forward to that, and you know, battling that and see how it goes. And hopefully we just get some more volume into here, and then we start to see. But CPI day, we can't really complain. Again, I do appreciate you guys showing up on a daily basis. Shows your consistency, and that's how we win in this game, guys. That's how we win. Guys on Zoom, you know, to chill here. We'll just have a look. There was a few questions someone wanted to ask, and yeah, appreciate you all. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. Much love. Peace.